One, two, three. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Bad cops, bad cops. Bad cops, bad cops. Bad cops, bad cops. Bad cops, bad cops.
Yes, so many cops are on the tick. What do you expect when they use tear gas and tanks? Whether in a car or on a horse, cops don't mind using excessive force.
Bad cops, bad cops. What you gonna do? Bad cops, bad cops. What you gonna do? Bad cops, bad cops. What you gonna do? Bad cops, bad cops.
This is filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Yeah. Horse in Bad Cops is a bigot ass horse. You know, that bigot ass horse. You know, he saw that, he just walk over that woman. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, so
the horse was trying to avoid the woman. The cop was like, "No, place that hoof on her ribcage."
Just walked right over her, like she was just fucking like, you know, like, hey, on the fucking like amusement park ride or some shit.
Or what Allen Iverson did when he stepped over Tyronn Lue. We ain't forget. At least I didn't forget.
That's what that shit looked. That shit looked crazy. So, like, speaking of stomping on people's heads and getting paid for it, I got to show. This person is alive, so he's alive. But before we show this horrifying video, I mean, it was, oh god, it showed it anyway. But first, before we talk about this video, I want to talk about this crazy situation. So, pretty much, East Cleveland, Ohio officer Nicholas was fired for stomping on a man's head. He returned back to the force. He's back out there to stomp on more heads. So, I
mean, he should be in prison.
So it was.
I mean, they had to put a warning for the video. If you have to put a warning for the video, a crime has been committed. A felony assault has just been committed.
I don't know if it's a felony. He's getting back pay according to a letter dated July 9th. Orders the city to pay Foti. His name was Foti. Footy Balooty, back pay. He was fired in March. They did fire him. They fired appeal. And then this is the excuse, in my opinion, that the lag in time compromised the due process rights of the grievance. Even though there are 5 officers at the scene, allegations of excessive force were not discovered for almost a year. It is hereby ordered that the grievance be returned to the city's employee as an officer with the East Cleveland Police Department. So statute of limitation, he's back out in the streets. That's the legal system for you, ladies and gentlemen. So the excessive force was happened on April 1st. It happened a year ago. So he's gonna be back in the force on July 19th. He's gonna be assigned to the automatic traffic camera unit, ladies and gentlemen. So that's the scariest thing about it. He's not being assigned to, like, you know, drug or like, you know, looking for, like, you know, fucking terrorists. He's going back to, like, stop people going over 10 miles an hour, ladies and gentlemen.
I think that means something different. I think that he's not going to be on the street. I think that they're going to have him looking at the automatic, probably processing.
I hope so. I hope it doesn't mean he's going to be pulling people over.
Yeah,
interacting with the community.
Yeah, I think that I think that they definitely want to limit their exposure. That looks like a desk job.
I hope he's staring at the computer, and I hope he goes blind staring at it. So
but it's just.
So I got to share this video. I guess to show it to you guys. See the
That's
content.
One of the things about not doing the show is that if I'm not looking for police misconduct, I wouldn't see it. But
that happened last year. That happened in the middle. That happened April 1st last year. In a time in the pandemic when we thought, why are people still getting beat up by cops in the middle of a pandemic, and that shocked a lot of people. And that's what's happened. All these videos are coming out. It's horrifying stuff in the middle of a pandemic. This is what police were doing to people. So
look at that, yo! Look at that! Look at that!
Nicholas Foti, who was fired in March after he.
So he's getting rehired with back pay.
Body camera video stomping on a man's head may soon be back on the force.
Nobody should got their job back after what he have done.
Council members in East Cleveland concerned
That's a
after learning
councilwoman?
an arbitrator
Okay.
ruled in the fired officer's favor.
Look like someone's
during a hearing
auntie.
Tuesday.
Just
She
angry.
was
The police
weaving.
chief and city law director confirmed to the Fox 8i team
That was
that the arbitrator
unbelievable.
ruled Foti should get his job back and be awarded back pay. The law director
That's
said
what you
Back
know she's for
pay.
the
the case
people.
once they get the written decision.
He end up getting his job back. I am devastated.
The excessive force incident happened on April 1st, 2020.
I would
City
I
officials
would
say
have
they
said
learned
it
about
was
the matter
hyperbole.
in March of this
I would have
year
said that was
after a public
hyperbole until I
records
saw the
request was
video.
made
She's
for the
right.
video.
That is devastating.
East Cleveland Police Chief Scott Gardner said at the time the officer's conduct violated the department's policies.
I was totally astonished as soon as I saw it. I could not believe.
Oh shit, it's
Been a
Bane.
police officer here since 1995. I've never seen any type of conduct like that whatsoever.
The law director tells me
That's why he's
city
like, you should have
officials
stomped him in
not
his
yet
head
decided
more.
if they will appeal or what action they will take. Officials with the Fraternal Order of Police who represented the officer could not be reached to discuss the matter.
I'm surely going to follow up to make sure that the process is in place and that this doesn't happen in the future.
They can appeal this because no way, no how that somebody got handcuffed and drugged out their car and then got their head stomped on. And then
Why she had to
get the
say
job
it
back.
like
In East Cleveland, Peggy Gallup.
So she's
Fox
a
8
real
I-
one, son. That's how
Got
she
that
got
head
elected.
stopped on.
Yo, she's a real one, yo. I mean, her hair ain't real, but the rest, she's a real one.
She
all
got
right?
your head stopped on.
I mean, yeah, she ain't fuck, dude. Seriously, man. I mean, back pay.
They almost
That-
did that. They almost like they
like
did that on
that-
purpose, just to say "fuck you," middle finger. That was like the middle finger.
I think the back pay thing fucks me up more than anything. Like you can't because when you give somebody back pay, you're acknowledging that you took an action that you should not have taken. You fired a guy who stomped on someone's head.
Lucky you didn't kill him. That's like kill hit. If you stomp on someone's head the right way, you're killing somebody. And he just did it casually. I mean, just casually, just walking on people's heads. Like, just walking on people's heads. That's what he was doing. Like, and he's back on the force. So I want to share that quick hit.
He's back on the excessive force.
The excessive force. What he's gonna do? Is he gonna like rough up the cameras? Like he's gonna like, rough them up. Stomp on the camera monitors. Like, So this is crazy to me. He's back on the force.
Absolutely wild.
So and his name is Nicholas Foti or some shit like that. So Foti. So
Probably Foti.
Foti.
I
So
don't know,
Nicholas
man.
Foti.
I don't know.
So
That was hard to watch.
so that's a crazy bad cops. We're blessed that the man that is alive and he's able to like live on with his life and not be like a so-called martyr, not be like whatever people try to put murdered people on the pedestal. Luckily, he can able to move on with his life, but at the same time, to know that someone who did that to you is back out in the streets getting paid. Not only getting paid, he got back pay after he stomped on
The
you.
back pay is what upsets me, man, more
So,
than anything.
But luckily, that man's alive and to see
When you tell
another
me he
day.
gets his job back on a technicality, then I'm like, remember that female officer in Buffalo that stopped the white man from assaulting the young black person, and then like
It took
they
that
tried
long for her to get her
railroad
money. It took like
Yeah,
15 years.
Yeah, it took her 15 years, right? Because she tried to do the right thing, right? Yeah, she should get back pay and all of that, right? But you're like for them to equate what he did and give him the same treatment or better treatment, give him better treatment, but at the same time, they tried to railroad her out of the department. I would hope, for the sake of East Cleveland police officers, that you do whatever you can to railroad him off the force, because him being on the force and him wearing the same uniform as you, whether he's doing desk duty or not, him wearing the same uniform as you, wearing the same gun on his hip with the same badge on his chest, you may end up in more dangerous situations because of what he got away with.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, we can't trust people. People are frightened. Like when anything can happen, you can get pulled over, you might get killed. You call the cops to help you, you might get killed. They help you. Hey, something's happened to me, help me, and they come and kill you. I mean, I mean, it's like, I mean, like what? The scenarios are fucking endless. And we're going into such apocalyptic world. Fucking Al Sharpton now is going out there helping white people getting killed. Al Sharpton's going. This is people. Please, people, pay attention. Al Sharpton is helping white people now being murdered by police. This is how crazy it's getting right now. Please, we're not just talking our ass, yo. We're not just pulling stuff out of nowhere, yo. So that's Black Power Magic Hour on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook until like they ban us or some shit for being extremists or whatever bullshit they do. And then Dr. Virginius, he's live talking shit on Twitch, Discord, YouTube, and that's Bad Cops Stomping Your Head edition.